Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap in.
And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. Well, this morning is Michael, Shawn, and Shawnee.
Yep.
That's it. It's Michael, Shawn, and Shawnee.
Yeah.
That's all you got. That's what you got today. We waiting on Jay Black. He's probably going through a mourning period right now because his Eagles lost last night. Oh, Shawnee, join me on Instagram Live. What up, y'all? We ain't been on Instagram Live in a while. The show's been on. All you got to do is go to Media Room 360 on every social media platform. Every social media platform. I'm talking about everyone. YouTube, Facebook. I'm talking about everything. Everything. MySpace, everything. It's on everything. It's on Twitch. Man, listen. Look, we ain't been on here for so long. Yeah, turn that down. I gotta turn mine down too. Okay. So okay. We got a lot to do today on Media Room 360, Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends.
Yeah.
If you ever want to find information about the show, you can always go to ShawneeScott.com. If you want to do a podcast, if you would like to do a podcast on this platform, now, mind you, we're on TV. Like the Roku, you go to your streaming, on your settings, go to streaming, look up Media Room 360, boom. So your podcast will be on every platform, including TV.
Yeah.
And it'll be right there for millions and millions and millions and millions. My God, what's good, homie? It's rain for Jersey. What up? All right, let's go.
Shawnee, how are you?
Shawnee Scott, how was your night? How was your night last night? Let's go.
Last night, the girls had basketball game. Good morning, Mom. Mom was watching. And they lost both games.
Oh man, I know you texted me that. I was like, damn.
I turned it down. Let's see, is it still too loud? They said I got to turn my volume down, but it's turned down. But
it's not echoing.
They lost. One is on the B team, one is on the A team, but I do like the coach they have.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
Somebody else says one of us needs to turn our volume down. Huh? My volume is all the way down. It's all the way down.
It's all the way down.
So both the A team and the B team both lost, but you like the coach. How you like the coach if the A team and the B team both lost? That's what I want to know. Like how you like the coach?
Okay, for the B team. So Tamron is on the B team, and Tamron played the whole game. Now the coach has about 14 girls on each team. So she got enough to, rotate. But so I'm sitting in the stands and I hear all the other parents complaining.
Good morning, White Chocolate.
Some of the other parents, hey Nikki, complaining. They like, why she ain't playing all the players? If she put some more players in, then maybe But my child playing the whole time. I think my child didn't play like 3 minutes.
Hold up, pause real quick. Let me listen to what's going on here.
Yeah, what's going on? There is an echo, but did it just stop? If it just stopped, that's not me. That's him. That's not me. If it just stops. All right, no hater. That's your stuff. But we can't hear you on.
Why can't we work together? Why women always got to point the finger? Why y'all always got to point? All right, go ahead. But before you go to
wait. No, it wasn't me pointing the finger. Your women on Instagram were pointing the finger at me.
Yeah, but I didn't point the finger at you. Then you go, it must be him. Sell out.
See, the real Micaiah, I think I'm saying her name right. Micaiah.
Oh, there we go. We're good now.
Somebody.
All right, hold up.
Yeah, they talking about we're on Instagram Live too.
All right. Hey, TOL. Hey, J. Marie.
How you been, J. Marie?
Maybe I need to just put this further away from me or something. I don't know.
I don't know. It never did that before, so I don't understand why
Maybe
that's
the further away it is, even though that's my bad side.
that's your bad
I
side.
don't hear the echo on YouTube. All right. No, because I put it on this side. That's my bad side.
When you talk, so that's not my speaker. That's him. That's not my speaker.
I don't know why I can't mute this.
That's not my speaker.
I was trying. I'm giving it all I got, but I did my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough. 'Cause here we go, echoing again. Ha ha. All right. So anyway, the girls are playing. Now, this is what I want to say because I don't know if you can say this because the girls are in the spot with you. She said you
woman on IG. Yeah, your woman on IG.
This is why I don't understand. So they had 14 girls on the team and she played the same girls the entire game.
She rotated in slowly. She could have rotated more because my thing was I'm thinking they lose and let all of them play.
Mm-hmm.
Let them all play. What are you doing? But I don't know. Did you mute yourself here? I hear you on IG, but I don't hear you here. Oh, okay. So he muted himself here. Well, the girls had this basketball game. One is on the B team, one is on the A team. Both teams lost. The B team didn't score any points at all. And when their game started, they just, I have two girls, but girls playing basketball is not like boys playing basketball.
Yeah, but girls playing basketball gets better as they get to high school. But this is what I'm saying about you saying you like the coach. How can a coach a team and the team not be able to score a point? Like, what are y'all doing in practice that y'all can't score a point?
I don't know what she's doing in practice because they don't let us, watch the practices or anything. We can.
Oh, they got the nerve to have a closed practice too. They got the nerve to have a closed practice. Y'all ain't score a point. Y'all need to open that practice to the public. You need some suggestions.
And then on top of that, when I got there, I sat down, and then all of a sudden the game starts, and here comes the athletic director telling all of us we got to move from this side of the gym and go sit on the other side of the gym because I guess they didn't want us sitting behind the scores table and the players. But
that's because y'all parents. That's because y'all parents be immature. They gotta treat y'all like kids when y'all go to the games. Good morning, Ashley Newman. They gotta treat you like a bunch of kids.
Ain't nobody say nothing bad though.
Whatever, y'all. The potential is what they worried about. Y'all might get a detention. Y'all might get suspended from coming to the games.
Look, ain't nobody lie on either side. On the other team side, like what they were saying, nobody lied. Nobody lied.
Whatever. Well, y'all be going too far. So what else happened? Y'all then the games happened. Now Carly's game was a little more competitive, but the A team was a little more competitive.
Yeah, because now the A team, they were actually winning.
Right.
They went into halftime winning, but they just, I don't know, the girls, because I told both of the girls, I said, when y'all are dribbling the ball, when y'all are, going, y'all let the other girls intimidate you. And the other girls were smaller. So they were all probably about Carly's size.
Right.
But their team, they got some big old girls. They got some, they got girls that look like they already 5'11", 6 feet, they thick, but they scared. When them girls step out there on them, they get back. So they got to get their confidence together. And then one little girl, the point guard, she don't know how to dribble. And if she gonna be the point, they got to get with her because her dribble is all the way out in front. She don't know how to protect her dribble. So they kept taking the ball from her. But she will go, so they get out the way. But she got the ball all the way in front of her, so all they got to do is.
Well, that's why if you see this going on, that's why the coach sucks. That is something that should be handled.
Yeah,
no pun intended. Something that should be handled is the point guard's handles. Or whoever the girl was at time is the handles. I don't know what's going on. Like if you see this, the whole practice should be dribbling skills. That's what the whole practice should be. We shouldn't even be worrying about shooting. The whole practice, y'all are dribbling up and down the court. You're going to dribble up the court with your right hand. Then you're going to dribble back down the court with your left hand. Then you're going to turn around. And if I see a mishap in your dribbling, you're going to take it from the top. Y'all go, you go back to the line. And don't be looking at the ball while you're dribbling. We need to practice looking directly straight when you're dribbling the ball. Let me tell you something. They need an open practice, and they need Michael Shawn to be at the open practice, damn it.
Oh, wow.
They need me with I need a goddamn whistle. I need a whistle. I need a shirt that says assistant coach. I need the whole thing. I need the whole thing. That's what I need. What's the coaches? What's the last name? Well, what's the coaches? We won't say her name.
I don't know the name. It's two of them. It's a female. Female is the head coach, and a male is the assistant coach.
They got a male. They got a male. What's this male doing? This male, do you be at the practices, homie? What we doing?
He's at the practice. He's at the practice. When I dropped them off at school, he had to be out there to, like, I guess, guide the kids in. Yeah. Well, they have most of the men out there when you at the drop-off line, so the men make sure the kids get in.
Right.
Yeah. He be out there.
All right.
Carly when I drive up. Carly and Tamara when I drive up. I'm their coach.
What, he be trying to holler at you? That's what you're trying to say? He be trying to give you the what's your number look? Is that what he does? He gives you the what's your number look?
No, he don't give me that look.
Because the NFL, the football coaches be smashing the moms out. So I'm sure that if you coaching the girls team, they got moms too. So
the coach. I think he was a football coach too, but I don't be up there dressed like the other mamas.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Forget tender. You want to get some ass? Be a coach. be a basketball coach or a football coach. Them mamas what? And look halfway decent. See how the moms be coming up. You be like, all right.
They did have some moms that was in the stands that were. Now that I think about it, I'm like, oh, they dressed to go shopping at the game.
Yeah, exactly. That is plenty of fish in the sea. Forget plenty of fish in the sea. Be a coach. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Now, I always hated that name, plenty of fish in the sea, because I don't like the word fish related to anything that has to do with anything when it comes to women. I don't like the plenty of fish. But anyway, I get it. Uncle Mike gonna get him right. Now he gonna be looking at moms, laugh out loud. Now, I don't be messing with the moms, because the moms that be up there, that be doing all that, you already know you can't trust their asses. You can't trust them as far as you can throw them. That's that old school. Remember that old school phrase? You can't trust them as far as you can throw them. My mom used to say that all the time. You can't trust them as far as you can throw them. I was like, what does that mean? Then I was a kid. I was like, I guess it, because I was thinking to myself, I was like, well, as a kid, you could throw me a long way. But or a barber and DJ. That's why all you baby fathers, or let's change the baby father. All you fathers of children,
excuse me,
should never be letting your woman take your little boy to the barbershop. They're vultures.
Weird. Yeah, that was always weird to me.
They're vultures. Trust me. Now, I will say the barbershop I went to in Texas, Rio, Legacy Barbershop in Arlington, I will say they are very respectful. It's one of the few barbershops that I saw are very respectful of women who come in. Now, it don't mean if you come in with them tights on, they will not be disrespectful when you in there. But when you leave, oh yeah, you the main event. You the main event of conversations. Don't come in there with a fat ass. Don't do that to yourself. And with them damn little tights. Okay, I had to switch. And don't forget truck drivers. Yeah, truck drivers be having whole other families in states. They can get away with it because they always, especially, I'm not talking about the local truck drivers, the ones that just drive locally. We're talking about the cross-country drivers who leave and don't come back for weeks at a time and be stopping by to see their second family. Barbers be having 20 kids. Facts on facts. But I'm saying Legacy Barbershop, very respectful. I got to get credit. I was about to say, I had to catch myself. Mike doesn't need to be a coach. Nah.
Why you had to catch yourself?
No, I had to catch myself because I was going to be like, Legacy Barbershop, they don't even be, you could be a bad, and I was going to say ho, and I just got to stop saying it. I got to stop calling chicks bad hoes and stuff like that. That's disrespectful. It's very disrespectful. Unless I'm around guys, but if there's a woman in the area, I shouldn't really be I really shouldn't be calling you like, ooh, that's a badass hoe. Why you gotta call her a hoe? Why can't you just say she's pretty? Like, why do you have to use these words, Michael? All right. So my night, I'm gonna tell you briefly because we got to get into a show. 8 o'clock, we got to get into a show. We got to get into our topics. Last night, yesterday was a horrible day. Everything went wrong. I don't know if you've ever had them days where nothing goes right. Everything went wrong. Everything. It wasn't that major in life. It wasn't that major. It was just every little thing went wrong. Everything. What the hell? What? That was a disappointment? That was a disappointment noise? Let me hear this again. What was that? What the hell? We got sound effects that I don't know about. Anyway, everything one at a time. I don't know if you've ever had this day in your life where every single thing, it just goes one goes wrong, two goes wrong. And it'd be little things. Like I went to Target and when I came out, I forgot where I parked my car. So it took like 20 minutes to find my car. Like I'm literally going up each and every aisle and it's getting cold outside. It ain't the summertime. Like the summertime's a different story. It's getting cold outside. And now I'm getting cold. But everything went wrong until I came home, right? And I put on the football game. Now, people, Sunday was one of the best football weekends of my life. I rooted for the Vikings. They played the greatest regular season football game, I think, in history, in my opinion, and they beat the Buffalo Bills. Then the Dallas Cowboys, sorry, Shawnee, the Dallas Cowboys lost to the Green Bay Packers. Oh, how good that felt.
Whatever.
Oh, how good. Do we have any sound effects for that? We ain't sound effects for that?
No, we don't have it.
Wow, yeah, I had that happen at Target, but it wasn't cold a few days ago. Jay Marie, that's the most frustrating thing because my alarm doesn't make a noise.
You, Michael Rappaport, when I catch you, bro, it's gonna be on, fam. You don't know what a crack pot is, fam.
What the hell?
I'm not no crack baby, bro. Check this out. I'm going DEFCON 3 on you, bro. When I see you, Michael Rappaport, you better have your security with you, fam. Don't you ever go to Chicago. Don't ever go to Melo.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. That's what you get. That's what you get for trying to play with the sound effects. That's what you get. That's what you get. All right, so
where did Kanye come from?
I don't know where Yee came from, but that's what happens. Weird things happen when the Cowboys lose to the Green Bay Packers. So Sunday was absolutely amazing. And my New York Giants won. We have sucked for about 6 years, and we are now 7-2. So Sunday was amazing. And I said, thank you. Well, what type of clap was that? That's a weak ass clap. What type of clap was that?
That's a clap for y'all.
What type of clap is that? That's the type of clap where you don't do good at a comedy club. That's the type of what? Okay. So my wish on Monday was the icing on the cake. The icing on the cake would be if the Eagles would lose to the Commanders. Now, the likelihood of that was very unlikely. I think the Eagles in Vegas had to be at least a 10-point favorite or more.
You, Michael Rappaport, when I catch you, bro, it's going to be on, fam. You don't know what a crack pot is, fam. I'm not no crack baby, bro. Check this out. I'm going DEFCON 3 on you, bro. When I see you, Michael Rappaport, you better have your security with you, fam. Don't you ever go to Chicago. Don't ever go to Malibu.
What is wrong with Yee?
Why he keeps taking?
We didn't do nothing. Why you keep passing on our show? What are you doing?
I don't even know. Like really, in real life, I have no idea.
What is wrong with Yee? Yee, we've been supporting you. Why are you trying to sabotage the show? Why are you trying to interrupt the show? What's going on with you, Kanye? You're trying to sabotage our show. All right. So the Eagles lost last night, which was the icing on my cake. I think that's why Jay Black's not here, because Jay Black's a yeah, that's Jay Black right now. You better stop with this, because he's gonna come back. Yeezy gonna come back. You better watch out how you press these buttons.
I know, right? I'm scared to touch anything.
So I think that's why Jay Black is not on the show, because Jay Black is.
He ain't even replied to the group text.
He is so pissed.
He ain't even.
He is so pissed. that they lost to the Commanders when they were favored. I would love to see. I can't use my phone because we're on Instagram Live. I would love to see how much the Eagles were favored to win the game by. Michael Rappaport is cool, though. He's been at the BBQ. No, I don't give a damn about Michael Rappaport. Y'all, see, Billy, we love you for your
Michael Rappaport. When I catch you, bro, it's going to be on, fam. You don't know what a crackpot is, fam. I'm not no crack baby, bro. Check this out. I'm going DEFCON 3 on you, bro. When I see you, Michael Rappaport, you better have your security with you, fam. Don't you ever go to Chicago. Don't ever go to Malibu.
I honestly do not know why I can't keep busting in.
All right, let me go to Billy J. Billy J, you know we love your support. We know we love your support. We give Michael Rappaport too much damn say on our culture. Michael Rappaport has everything to say. He got all types of comments about hip hop. He will critique rappers. He will critique our culture. And then he gets mad when we critique his culture.
Mm-hmm.
You want to tell me Jay-Z's album 444 wasn't a smacker? It wasn't a smacker. It ain't smackers on it. Bitch, you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. So now we critiquing your culture. How about that? Now you want to critique our culture, Michael Rappaport? And you want to get mad because you've been critiquing our culture. You've been eating off of our culture your entire career. You've been eating. If it wasn't for higher learning, we wouldn't even know you. Yeah. Yes, I did see Dave Chappelle's genius monologue on Saturday Night Live. And Jewish people mad about that.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Rappaport getting on say, I don't like when people call us the Jews. Well, what are you then? No, call us Jewish. Now, how about black people been called 7 different names in America?
7?
It started with the N-word. Then it was colored.
Monkey.
Then it was Negro.
It was monkey.
Then it was monkey. Then it was black. Now it's African American.
Cool.
You know what's funny? Black people from
the
blacks. And some of these, I think black people may have had something to do with Negro, maybe. I don't know how that was created. I'm not telling you I'm a master of this history, but I'm a master of seeing Michael Rappaport manipulate the culture and then get mad when his culture starts getting called out.
Negro.
So don't think, Michael Rappaport, you gonna get on Instagram and tell us what to do and we give up about what you're saying. We gave this dude too much leverage and we gave him too many passes on what he could talk about. Matter of fact, him coming out his face about Kanye, I don't care what Kanye did. We should be pissed about that. Who are you? Who are you? But y'all be on this dude's Dick Clark so hard. I said Dick Clark. Dick Clark was the host of American Bandstand.
Okay.
He was the host. He was the old school host of American Bandstand.
Okay.
Y'all be on it so hard. For what? For what? What's he do? He just talks ish. He can't talk ish better than me. He can't talk ish better than Wallow and Gilly. Damn it, he can't talk better ish than Charlemagne. But y'all be on it. Y'all be on it because he be with that little white boy and they be sitting there having their little skits and y'all be like, it's Michael Rappaport. Get off it already. This dude is calling everybody out. What?
He has like a podcast or something?
Yeah, he got a podcast.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't follow Michael Rappaport.
Yes, White Chocolate. Get off his Dick Clark. Everybody.
Okay.
I would love for one day, we said it yesterday. Somebody said it, Amir said it yesterday. I wish for one day, we just exert our power the way Jewish people are asserting you hear them complaining right now? You hear the uproar?
Mm-hmm.
Off a monologue that Dave Chappelle never offended them? Dave Chappelle literally made a statement. Y'all mad because Dave Chappelle's a genius and knows how to tell. He knows how to tell something so sarcastic and so ironic that y'all can't fight it. Because if y'all listen to his monologue word for word, there's nothing he said offensive. There's nothing he said offensive. Michael Rappaport. This dude got the nerve to critique. This dude feels himself so hard that he had the nerve to do the Tribe Called Quest documentary. That's how hard we on him. Those are the passes. He did the Tribe Called Quest. Yes, he did the documentary.
And I missed that.
Yeah, I watched it. It was good. But he released it before Tribe Called Quest thought it was ready. That's another thing. Here's a fact behind his Facts on Facts. A new segment on the show called Facts on Facts. Mm-hmm. He released it before Tribe Called Quest thought it was ready, but he was impatient. He said they were taking too long. Once again,
exerting his power.
Exerting his power in the business.
I'm going to do it anyway.
I'm going to do it anyway because they taking too long.
I mean, but we could do that. We just got to do it. We just have to say, okay, you know what? Black Friday, we're not going to buy anything. Because Black Friday, do we know what Black Friday really is?
I have no idea.
Black Friday is the day that they sold the slaves.
Is it really?
You get a discount. Yeah, that's what Black Friday is.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. And people be out there fighting over them TVs.
Wait a second. This is a segment, a new segment we've created, Facts on Facts. Are you certain of that?
I'm serious. Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's what Black Friday is. That's what Black Friday was.
Wow. He gets a pass. No reason. I hate it. Yeah, no reason. No reason he gets a pass.
Yeah.
But then he jumped.
Even knows. Bubba the even knows. Yeah.
But then when things get heated, he runs right back to that Jewish community. I bet you when he was on Higher Learning, when he was auditioning, I bet you if somebody said the Jews, I bet you he wouldn't have said nothing then. I bet you he would have taken that audition and gotten that role. Y'all gotta be kidding me right now with this Michael Rappaport nonsense.
Yep.
But I just want one day that we enforce our buying power just for the hell of it, just so we can see the power that we really have. Just so we can see the power that we really have. Just for one day. Like I said, Nike dropped Kyrie Irving. If people around the country, but we won't, if people around the country, if we did a burn your Nike challenge, and people around the country were doing them, those what do they call them, fires they do before football games with all the kids?
Bonfires.
The what?
Bonfires.
Bonfires. If around the country, there were bonfires everywhere, burning down Nikes, you best believe Kyrie Irving would have his contract back.
But I mean, we don't even have to do that. You don't have to go burn them. I mean, you could just not buy them. Like, is that simple? Just don't buy them.
Yeah, you just don't want to burn your Nikes. That's all.
I mean, I don't really care. I mean, my thing is like with Kanye and Kyrie, all of this going on, they could start their own shoe line, but we just have.
But we won't buy it. But we won't buy it.
Like when Stephon Marbury did it, like I had every Starberry there was.
And they went out of business because the rest of the country didn't buy it. When Hakeem Olajuwon put out sneakers that were affordable, nobody wanted to buy them. It's like we want to spend $200. I don't think that is not true, Shawnee. Going into the black, is a financial term. Going into the black is a financial term. I don't know. I've never heard that.
Black is a financial term, but when they were selling slaves, it was Black Friday. Black Friday, you could get a discount. Then if you fast forward in some areas, like as early as the 50s, the 40s, the 50s, the police officers would refer to it too as Black Friday because so many Black people would go out shopping. So it has a couple of different
what up, Afro Queen?
terms, but that's where that started from.
Well,
Black Friday, you could get a. Now I don't know, and I'd have to research this again because I don't remember when we had this conversation if Black Friday during that time when they were selling slaves, if it was the Friday after Thanksgiving. I can't remember if it was just like something they did every Friday, like we have First Fridays, and then on this Friday we're gonna do this. But yeah,
we had I went out. I hadn't seen Rappaport say all that. Damn. Yeah, Billy J. And you know what's funny? I follow Michael Rappaport, so I want to have it. I want to have the true transparency. I follow Michael Rappaport.
Hey, Shawn.
And I had a problem with him critiquing hip hop the way he was critiquing hip hop. Like I was just like, but I let it slide because I felt like I was being petty. Like, but you don't have anything to do. You don't have any, like, I take hip hop personal. That's why it irritates me with hip hop now. I take it personal. Hold on. Can't burn the Nikes. Black folks would be committing to. Yeah. I know. We're so attached to these goddamn sneakers. It's ridiculous, yo.
I mean, you don't have to burn them. You can throw them away. That's all I'm saying. You can. It doesn't necessarily have to be that we go out and tear something up. Just stop buying. You can throw them away and stop buying them.
Yeah.
And,
and there's another thing. I take hip hop personal because I was in the Bronx. I was living in the Bronx when hip hop was created. I heard the first scratches when I was a kid. I heard the first zigga 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 in like 1979. I heard the first rappers on a cassette tape. And now this white dude going sit. It's just like jazz music. The way they jack jazz music. Like they jack everything. Rock and roll, they jack everything. There's a guy who, and I think I sent it to you, but I don't think we have it. There's a guy who points out the people who made the most money off of hip hop. Jimmy Iovine, Leah Core, and there's another white dude. One's a billionaire. One is worth like 700 million. And I forget what the third guy. I gotta get the third guy's name. I should never. I gotta get better with that. I gotta write this stuff down. But
Jimmy Iovine got a whole school.
And Jimmy Iovine. Those are the people who have capitalized off of hip hop. And you know what's funny? The guy who pointed it out, he said, those are the ones who are alive. Oh, we played the video yesterday. Those are the ones who are alive. They don't get shot. They just promote the music that promotes the shooting. That's all.
Yeah, because Jimmy Iovine was with Dr. Dre.
Mm-hmm.
Who was Puffy with? Puffy, the Clive Davis went into his. Lior was Def Jam with Russell Simmons.
And yes, before anybody brings it up, I think Eminem, unfortunately, might be the greatest rapper I've ever heard.
I was gonna say that Eminem stays in his lane.
But that's what I was gonna say. Eminem stays in his lane. You will never hear him.
Yeah, he stays in his lane. But Michael Rappaport tries to like, he one of them. I can't really say what I want to say because they're gonna say on YouTube that this is hate speech.
He's a, what do we call Jay Black?
Boys that, like, you know, they know they're not black, but they want to teeter on that line of being able to act black and do black things because they feel like they can get away with it and nobody's gonna say anything because they've been accepted. It's like, now go sit down.
Yep.
Stay over there.
He's a line crosser. What do we call Jay Black? What's the word before line crosser?
A habitual
line crosser. That's what he is. He's an habitual line crosser.
Salty, he ain't responded to nothing.
No, he ain't gonna respond. Jay Black is not white. Let me tell you. Let me catch y'all up. Jay Black is a huge Eagle fan. This is petty. Jay Black is a huge Eagle fan. Now, Jay Black will give us the business. He'll give everybody the business when their team or something happens. But his team was favored and was supposed to destroy the Washington Commanders. I know we're jumping all over the place, but I just want to tell you why Jay Black's not here. What you owe out?
While we talking about this, I got a tweet. I'm gonna send this. I'm on
IG Live, so don't send it to me.
No, I'm gonna put it up here. They on IG Live. They're not gonna see it. Hey, Shelly. Let's see.
So go ahead. So do that. So Jay Black is a huge Eagle fan. The Eagles were favored by, it had to be, I say it was at least 10 points, but it might have been more than that. So in Vegas, that means this game is probably going to be a blowout. If you giving a team that much. Culture vultures. Yes, indeed, white chocolate. Ironically, white chocolate. Rick Rubin got full pockets from Def Jam. He got full pockets.
Ironically, white chocolate. But Nikki is mixed.
But Rick Rubin's another one. Rick Rubin just, he said, I'm producing this stuff. I'll produce it for you. He lives in his super big mansion somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and he minds his business. Jay Black got the wings clipped. Back to Jay Black. Jay Black is so upset right now. This is why I have detached from football in a way where it's not gonna. When the game is over, the game is over. My mood doesn't change. During the game, it's ups and downs. But my Giants have sucked for 6 years. We've won 2 Super Bowls. We beat the Patriots twice, but we've sucked. So I had to learn that this game cannot affect how I feel when the game is over. It's on to the next. Enjoy the escape. Enjoy the ups and downs. Get into it. And when it's over, it's over. Because guess what? When it's over for them players, after they leave the locker room, they at the strip club. They chilling. It's a job to them. Jay Black is not going to watch ESPN for at least 3 days. At least 3 days. He's not gonna listen to sports talk radio. He's not gonna look at no highlights. And he may not do our show till Wednesday. We might not see Jay Black.
We
might not see Jay Black on this show till Wednesday.
Nothing.
We might not see Jay Black on this show till Wednesday. Now, for those of y'all on IG Live, you can't see what Shawnee just put up. The Catch Me Outside girl from Dr. Phil has fully transitioned. Why can I say transition?
Transitioned.
Transitioned. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Potty. Transition. Can't do it. Into a light-skinned black woman. She has changed, y'all. Into a light-skinned black woman. What the actual F is this? Did she change her skin color?
It looked like it. Or maybe that's her makeup, because
transitioned. Okay, I did it. I just had to get that out the way. Transitioned. Got it. All right, had to get it out the way. So the Catch Me Outside girl is brown or light skin? Light skin black girl now?
I guess so. Because when I saw it pop up, I was thinking they said transition. I'm like, did she die? But no, transitions into a light-skinned black woman.
Wow. You talk about Michael Rappaport, habitual line crosser. Damn, mama. She wants to be black. Wow. I mean, she looks typical good. Like every girl looks like that now. Every girl in their 20s looks like. So she looks like Iggy Azalea. She looks exactly like Iggy Azalea. Yeah, you're right. She just ain't got the Iggy Azalea ass. Because we could hate Iggy, but she does have an ass. She does have an ass. Like Shawnee, I mean, you seen her. She got an ass. Stop playing.
I really don't know who Iggy Azalea is. I've heard.
You know the rapper Iggy Azalea. You know the white rapper that was under T.I.? She had that one song, and then she wanted to do it on her own, and it failed. It's called Blackfishing.
I didn't keep up with her.
Afro
I
Queen.
know her name, but I ain't follow her.
Wow. Afro Queen said it's called blackfishing. That's a new term.
Yeah, I never heard that one. I just learned something today.
Blackfishing. Wow. Unbelievable. Iggy. I mean, Catch Me Outside girl. You should have did the with that poor thing.
I'm scared to hit it because I don't know if Kanye.
Oh, you don't know if Kanye gonna come.
Yeah, Kanye might pop out. I don't know.
But that's funny. If Kanye does, it's still funny. Don't worry about it. So I saw this story on these I think it was Colombia. So I'm watching the video and it's in Spanish. So I'm trying to, my Spanish is whack. I am my Puerto Ricanness. I think one day they're gonna take my Puerto Rican card. I don't know. I think one day there's gonna be somebody at my there's gonna be somebody knocking at my door taking my Puerto Rican card. I think it could happen. So they're at the airport in Colombia, and Shawnee, you're gonna love this. They're checking their weave. They're going through their tracks.
Yeah.
Yo, they had loads of vials of whatever drug. I mean, it was so brilliant how they stashed this inside their weave. I don't know who caught on. Yeah, Mike, Izzy has an ass because she paid for it. Oh, was it fake? I didn't know, Don Page. I didn't know. Okay, Don. Okay, Don is up on the fake asses. Okay, Don. Okay, Don Page. Don Page said she paid for it. Don was like, I know a real ass when I see a real ass. He said, she paid for that ass, son. She paid for that ass. So all the vials of whatever, I don't know if it was crack, cocaine, whatever. It was literally, by the time they undid the whole weave, the whole scalp was full of these. I said, this shit was genius, but they caught on.
Yeah.
I said, these little girls is going to jail forever.
But people been hiding drugs in their hair and stuff. Girls been doing that for years.
I never seen it.
That's been going on.
I'm not a drug dealer.
Since the 80s.
Now I have questions about you. Who was you dating that you know about this? How to transport drugs in your weave. How you know about this?
Wasn't who I was dating.
Okay. All right. I don't know. I got questions. All right. So we got Iggy. I mean, we got Catch Me Outside girl with a whole different look. She's a light-skinned black woman right now. You would not recognize her. Who knew she would get famous off of just saying "Catch Me Outside"? That's hilarious. That's where America's at. That's the stupidity that we are. That's where our IQ is at. We made a girl famous because a white girl said "Catch me outside." Johnny Scott left. The other thing, then we talked about Michael Rappaport. Then we talked about the Eagles losing, and my best friend in the world, Jay Black, for some reason, is not on the show, and I don't know. I hope he's okay. I hope he's not sick. I don't know why Shawnee Scott just left the screen. I don't know. It was because I talked about her past with a drug dealer. I don't know. I don't know why she left. Why you leave? Why you leave?
I'm trying to get your child support video.
Oh, damn. That was abrupt.
Yeah, it did the wrong.
All right, so give me another story that we could talk about. What's the other story we had on the list?
I'm trying to get the child support suicide up here.
Okay, well, give me another one. Why you doing it?
I can't multitask right now.
You can't multitask right now?
Not right now, I can't.
What type of co-pilot are you? You can't multitask? You my co-pilot.
It's too much going on.
This plane about to crash. We about to crash the plane, girl.
I know.
You gotta do two things at a time. Let me see if I can remember. Let me talk about 21 Savage. All right, let me talk about y'all young people. I love y'all. I love the whole thing y'all got. Well, I don't love the whole thing you got going on because I can't relate to it because I can't relate. I can't relate to y'all rappers, especially the younger ones, past J. Cole, Big Sean, and Kendrick Lamar, who aren't young. Drake, who's not young. I've never sold drugs, but Pusha T can describe drug dealing to a T. But the 21 Savages, the Kodak Blacks, who the hell else? Lil Durk, everybody little.
Everybody little?
Everybody little. Except Lil Wayne, because he's not young. 21 Savage said, Nas, the iconic rapper Nas, who 21 Savage, understand, if it wasn't for these rappers, you wouldn't even have a job. Said Nas is irrelevant. They said rappers, there's only a few rappers from my generation who's still dropping albums. 21 Savage, I would like to tell you, Nas not only is dropping albums, but he's winning Grammys. He's performing at the Grammys. So I don't know how you say somebody's irrelevant when they're performing at the Grammys. 21 Savage, I guarantee you your career will not last as long as Nas. You will not be rapping until your 40s, I promise you. Matter of fact, your fans at some point are going to get sick of you. Guarantee it. Because every song y'all do sounds alike. Every song sounds alike. Yeah, I sound like the old dude talking about get off my lawn. Yes, I am. I'm going to be that dude today. Get the off my lawn. You talking about somebody who is literally iconic, and then he had the nerve to say he just has a fan base. So that means you're relevant if you have a fan base. What do you have? A fan base. Not only what you say it makes no sense, it's stupid. Of course he has if he has a fan base, he's relevant. 21 Savage calls Nas irrelevant on Clubhouse. When discussing 90s rappers who can still drop albums, I don't feel like he's relevant. I just feel like he's got a fan base. Bitch, so what is being relevant? Relevant is having a fan base. If he wasn't relevant, he wouldn't be on the Grammys. The youngins have no respect for hip hop. Nas not relevant, bro. Go sit your ass down immediately. It makes no sense. Drake still wants him to do features on albums. Drake should have grabbed 21 Savage, like, shut the F up, bro. That ain't what you need to do, fam. But be clear. But be clear, 21 Savage. Since you said it, that means you want smoke with Nas. Don't cop a plea when he comes for your neck. Because lyrically, you know you can't F with Nas.
No, not
at all. You can't even stand in the same room as Nas. Matter of fact, since you so dope, do a versus against Nas because he's so irrelevant.
No.
Do a versus. And the funny thing is, I like 21 Savage. I mean, I'm not buying anything, like, I'm not down, but I like it when I hear it. That Drake and 21 Savage thing, I listened to it. That was 21 Savage, right? That he did the collabo with. Yeah. I liked it. But don't ever in your life think you can stand on the same stage with Nas. Ever in your life. This man has been around killing it since the 90s. The disrespect of the pioneers. It's just crazy how you want to call somebody who was part of the reason why you have a job. I love these cats talking about somebody's irrelevant. That's the problem. This is the problem I have with hip-hop. Katy Perry would never say the Rolling Stones are irrelevant. Katy Perry would never say Bruce Springsteen is irrelevant. They would never disrespect like that. Little bro, Jungle ready. Yeah, you don't want Jungle. You don't want no problems with Jungle. You don't even know who Jungle is. That's the problem. But watch yourself, 21 Savage. I do not promote violence, but this is where stuff like this starts, even though I think Nas is bigger than that. I think Nas knows he went through everything with Tupac, and he realizes this kid is a young kid. And when he sees him, maybe he'll just have a educational conversation with him.
Maybe.
But lyrically, when he spits them bars at you, don't act like, what I do? Wait, what I do? And don't get mad if Jay-Z jumps on it. But 21 just effed it up for me. Like, how you even gonna fix your mouth to say that? He paved the way for you, silly ass. Yeah. And the thing was, he would say that about Jay-Z, but he's scared because Jay-Z plays the game. Because Jay-Z, the money. See, the money is what scares rappers from saying something. Like he wanted to say, he would have said Jay-Z too if Jay-Z wasn't a billionaire.
For some reason, it just seems like they seem to have more respect for Jay-Z than not. But Jay-Z is the one that's more. And I'm not taking nothing from Jay-Z because I love Jay-Z. I'm a big Jay-Z fan, but he's more commercialized.
No. You know why they don't say nothing about him? Because he's a billionaire, and that's all they respect.
But even when he wasn't a billionaire, it was still everybody.
No, they wouldn't. They go at his neck. If Jay-Z wasn't a billionaire who owned Tidal, who owned this and used to be a partial owner of Brooklyn Nets and wasn't married to Beyonce and all that other stuff, they wouldn't respect him. I'm telling you, if he was on the same financial level, and Nas got a lot of money. For those who don't know, Nas has got a lot of money, a lot of money,
and very smart with how he set his empire up for his kids as well.
21 Savage said on Clubhouse that Nas is irrelevant just for the up, and he just has a fan base, which is an oxymoron. You can't say somebody's irrelevant and then say they have a fan base. That doesn't make any sense. That's a contradiction in your statement. He already did interviews on Jay Nutsack already. Of course he did, because he know. I think J and B helped 21 silly ass out with the green card ish. Probably. Yeah, he ain't even from America. All right. Those are fun topics. The funny thing is we really needed Jay for this topic, because I think Jay Black would have appreciated the sadness and the tragedy that this video, not the video, but the audio. You're gonna hear the audio.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, you don't know because Kanye might pop up. J. Marie says, whatever, when he has this whole issue with being about to be evicted out the country. It's one thing to be evicted out your apartment. It's one thing when they foreclose and evict you out your house. When they evict you out of country, damn. I wonder how they do it. Do they walk you to the airport? Like, do they drive you to the airport, or they just say, "Oh, is it on your own accord?" Where they just trust you? But anyway, all right, we're gonna try and play this audio. This man, basically, the gist of the whole thing. He believes people who are paying child support, who are struggling, who can't pay child support, need help, just like the people who aren't getting their child support.
Yeah, and
go ahead.
Let's see if it'll play. Let's cross out.
Talk about something, and I might get a lot of heat for this shit. So one of my closest friends just committed suicide last night. He just came home from jail maybe a month and a half ago. Why he was in jail? Because he was late paying his child support. He did a year bid. He just came home. Every time I was on the phone with him, all he ever wanted to do was to see his kids. Figure out how to pay child support and see his kids. That was his main goal when he came home. But the judge yesterday, when he had court, told him he had 25 days. 25 days to come up with $3,500, or he was getting a warrant for his arrest and go back to jail. You know what bothers me? That the government's giving out money to single parents, which I understand. We need it. But what about us parents? And I mean it, father and mothers that are on child support. We need fucking help too. I can't pay $1,000 a month in child support, which I am, and manage to pay my house, food in my mouth, and still provide for my kids when they ask daddy for something. That shit's hard, bro. And because of child support, just stupid, my best friend took his fucking life. And I missed that fucking phone call when he tried calling me at 3-something this morning. Yo, us parents, all we really want is our kids. Yo, you know what I mean? Like me, I miss my kids, but I can't see my kids because of fucking child support. Because I can't make payments on time, so my baby moms keep my kids away from me. Long story short, bro, we struggling, bro. Like, this is real, bro. It's real.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
You know, we always have. As for the it's echoing again. Like, damn, why is this goddamn this phone? I said today I was not gonna get frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
I said today I'm not gonna get frustrated, but now the echo wants to frustrate me off the door.
Yeah. Yeah, that was heavy.
We have a bunch of reforms, like we say. We what's prison reform and all types of reform. There's gonna be at some point child support reform, because there are people who aren't getting what they should get, and then there are people who are being forced to give what they can't financially give. And it like, I've never understood, and me and Shawnee talked about this yesterday. I never understood the concept of putting your baby father or the father of your children in jail for not paying child support. How you gonna get it now? Like I've never understood that. And yes, he or she can be the most trifling, irresponsible, deadbeat mom, deadbeat dad. But if you put him in jail, you spiting yourself. Like I don't, but there has to be some type of child support. There has to be. I'm not smart enough to figure it out, y'all. I'm not smart. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I am far from having the intellect to be able to figure out how we would do it. I don't know if it should be on an individual basis, which is scary because then everybody gets treated differently. So you can't really do that. And then you leave it up to a judge to decide. And that you just can't trust the judge to decide. There has to be a rule. I get it. There has to be a law that they go by in each state. Now, I don't know why, I get it. Each state gets to have their own, mini government and they get their laws. So that's never going to change. And that shouldn't change because we don't want the government to be able to make laws for every city and just generically throw a blanket over the country. I get it. But there's got to be some type of reform. There's got to be some common sense. I don't know what it is. I honestly don't know what it is until, and I know it seems, I don't know. It's echo again. See, but then y'all can't hear me if I put the mute on my phone. If I put the mute on the microphone.
I don't know. How were we doing this before? The same way, right? Yeah. They have rules in place for child support, but I think that's sad that his friend committed suicide behind it because that is stressful. It's like going to jail. If you send him to jail, you're not gonna, and it's ridiculous for him to be in jail for a month and then the judge say, well, you got to come up with, if it was, you got to come up with $200. It's like, I've been in jail. Where was I getting some money from while I was in jail? I think that should be eliminated. I think that should definitely be myself. But I think that should be eliminated, that whole go to jail thing, because that don't make no sense.
It doesn't. Yeah.
If I'm in jail, ain't nothing I can do but be in jail. So I think that's ridiculous. But I think non-custodial parents, because you hear non-custodial, I'm not just saying the dads, because it's some moms that are non-custodial parents. Okay, the same way you have to live and take care of X, Y, and Z, and then you frustrated because you have to, pay this extra money for a child. The custodial parent has to do the same thing. It ain't no walk in the park, And the other thing is that the kids, and I'm just gonna speak about my situation. My kids are right here. They right here. So when something is wrong, I don't get the luxury of not answering my phone.
Hold on, Shawnee. They say they can't hear you on IG. Why can't they hear you on IG?
I don't know, because it's the mic is open. I don't have it muted anymore. So
can y'all hear Shawnee now?
Can you hear me now?
All right, we'll wait. But go ahead. But go ahead. Your situation.
Yeah, but it's no walking apart. I don't get the privilege of not answering my phone and not being available, or just saying, well, I can't do it because they sitting here looking at me and I got to figure it out too. So taking care of a child is not, life happens. So it might not be it might not fit in your budget at any point, but you just have to do what you have to do.
Right.
And that's what I have to do. I have to do what I have to do, whether something is coming in or something is not. If I have enough, if I don't, I have to figure it out.
Say something else.
Something else. But now I hear the echo on your phone.
No, that's because I had it too close to the microphone. This it's already too late because we already screwed it up. And this was guys. So guys, we gotta accept this. Yeah, there are women now who are, there are guys who are single fathers right now.
Mm-hmm.
We started this. You dudes who started disappearing because we had all the power, and you were leaving these ladies in the 50s and the 60s stuck with these kids, and you were disappearing. We started this. We forced the hand in a lot of ways. Now, the government has something to do with it, too, when they decided that the only way you can collect welfare, you couldn't have a man in the house. Well, that was the government's way of breaking up the family. You couldn't collect welfare, which is the most blatant disrespect ever. Let me read Jay Marie's poetry real quick. I pay child support for my middle son. Originally, his dad was on some bull-ish, but I've always done above and beyond that. We co-parent good enough. It's a long story, however, the exception. I get it. And as much as I never thought I'd be in that situation, I'm now in that situation. Being at, the breakup between me and Stacey. Thank you, Mike. You took the words right out of my mouth. So now I'm in a situation where we're not going to court because I'm going above and beyond. For you to go to court would be literally you would get less. You would probably get 80% less than what I do now. So glad I never did the child support thing. Didn't have that problem. But back to my point, guys, we started this by disappearing on these women. Once we allowed the raising of our kids and how financially the kids should be taken care of, once we brought it to the courts, we knew this was going to screw everything up. But guys, and this ain't us. Like the guys now, this wasn't us. This was our fathers' who started some of this nonsense. Like, I'll just leave you stuck with the kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as if it's a punishment.
And then it turned into, I can just get out of here. Well, this is what happens. But now in 2022, when you got men raising kids by themselves, you got women raising kids by themselves, there's got to be something that changes. Put the other comment. I didn't get to read the other comment before Jay Marie. From my experience, a parent can't put another parent in jail. It's the courts. But that's because y'all took it to court in child support. So they realize, especially if the parent was not government assisted.
Was on government assistance. The state wants their money or you do time. But a parent can send $50 every other month and stay out of jail is when you do nothing. I get it. Jail, I mean.
I've heard people go to jail
with the courts because I've been in a situation where the arrears was thousands, and over $10,000 in arrears, and jail never came up. But then too, I wasn't calling down there and saying nothing. But when it got to that point where I had to put the girls on because they didn't have insurance, so I had to put them on the chips or whatever it's called. Then they like, well, why he ain't paying no child support? And they looking like you ain't got no money in this amount of time. And so, because that non-custodial parent has to pay that to the state. But, they brought that up. They called him and told him they were going to take him to jail.
Yo, let me tell you how disrespectful.
I don't want him to go to jail. It was, I didn't go get the insurance for the girls because I wanted their dad to go to jail.
They can't wait to put somebody in jail. These motherfuckers,
they needed the insurance,
No,
unfortunately, he never went to jail. We never did that because I can't say what I did, but he ain't never been to jail and he ain't got no arrears.
Let me tell you what they did. So my ex was talking to my mom, and this was like literally 8, 9, 10, 11, like 11 years ago. Maybe no more. I was in Texas for 10 years, so it was like 15 years ago. No, it was even more. It was even more than that. It was like 2005. Okay, 2005. So that's a hell of a long time ago. What's that? Mm-hmm. What's that? 10? Okay, whatever it is. That's a long time ago. What's the solution then? I don't know what the solution is.
No, stay to the story. Your ex was talking to your mom.
So my ex is talking to my mom. My mom's. I'm unemployed at the time. I'm looking for a radio job. This is before I get the job at Hot 97. My mom says, "Why don't you apply for food stamps? Like what you're making, you qualify." And she did, because technically me and Stacey were never married. So everything she was filing for, you know, we didn't do our taxes together. Like we ain't do nothing together. On my taxes, I still filed single and stuff like that, and all that good stuff. That was probably half the problem why we're not together. But listen, so food stamp, she calls the agency and applies, and she qualifies. But the lady has a question. She says, you have 3 kids. She says, why haven't you put the father on child support? When is that your business?
Yeah, they asked that. Yeah.
When did that become your business?
To get my divorce. When me and their dad were getting a divorce, the judge looked at the papers and he didn't see a child support order or alimony, and he wasn't gonna sign it. I had to say, oh, we got a hearing coming up. I straight lied to get my paper signed.
This is what I don't get. So if you don't go for alimony, but then you tell the judge, yeah, but he's giving me money, that should be none of your business.
No, that judge wasn't trying to hear it because I had to come back and show him that at least the child support was put in place.
What were you going to that judge for? What were you going to the judge for?
Divorce.
To get a divorce. How it is your business to make a divorce happen? You're gonna tell me the only way this woman can get a divorce if she can only get a divorce unless she's getting money from her husband, her ex-husband.
Mm-hmm.
What if she doesn't want any money from her ex-husband?
He wasn't trying to hear that.
This is the problem when we allow this to go to the courts. Tasami said everything he said is true, but what needs to be understood is that as long as you are actively working and the job is sending in the payments as required by the court, you're supposed to have all your rights with the child. Keyword, supposed. Okay.
Yeah, but even if they're not paying,
I gotta stay on this. They wouldn't give Shawnee a divorce unless she got alimony from her ex-husband or put him on child support. Do you know how ridiculous that sounds? This is the problem when the courts get a hold of stuff.
Yeah, because I might not want to, and I'm not saying this is the case, but I might not want him to be able to keep in touch with me. I might be trying to get away from him. But if he did something to our kids, that he did not. Let me be clear, he didn't. But what if that's the situation? I'm trying to get away, but you telling me I got to keep dealing with this person. I just think the 2 parents should be able to work it out and just respect whatever.
That should be literally illegal, Shawnee. That should be illegal that somebody won't sign off on a divorce because you're not getting money.
Oh, yeah. That's what he did.
Let me read this passage. I can see if they are trying and doing something, but sometimes they just don't care and do nothing at all. My daughter's father didn't start paying until he got locked up. Then he realized he can neglect it. He realized he can't neglect his responsibilities or he was going to jail. It was $60 every 2 weeks. He refused to pay. He lived with his mom. He was mad. I left him. All right, listen, man. There are exceptions. Like $60 every 2 weeks that you don't want to pay. I mean, but this is what I mean about child support reform. There are people who aren't getting what they should get.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people who are being told to give the amount of money that they don't have. I don't know how to fix this problem. I honestly don't. Because I don't want to be judgmental. Flick back to J. Marie, because J. Marie on fire today. J. Marie, I've got 2 full-time kids that I've raised and 1 in college. Congratulations. So yeah, not the typical situation. And I know it's because I didn't allow a failed relationship to force my hand. Yeah. I mean, okay.
Yeah, but my thing is just that with child support, I mean, both parents have to understand that there are needs for the kids. So when you had these kids and you say, well, I can't live my life. Well, you should have known that your life was going to change when you had these kids. Something has to give. And sometimes you might have to go without for your kids to have. I know it's been times that my kids ate and I didn't eat, but I made sure they ate.
Yeah, I ain't do that. No, I'm playing.
Well, I've done that.
No, I would. That's something I would do. That's something I would do. That's something as a parent you have to. You got to suck it up and be like, y'all gotta eat.
That's the part that frustrates me when I hear the dad say, "Well, I can't take care of everything I got. Well, I can't take care of everything that I got, and they over here looking at me."
Yeah, that's not.
At least you get to disappear. And I'm not saying that necessarily about my situation, but in general, if you're not the custodial parent, you don't have to answer your phone. You go away for how long, and you show up when you feel like it. And then when you do something, you feel like it's a treat. And that's like, nah, I've been doing this every day.
So
and I'm not talking about the moms that take the money and go get their nails and their hair and stuff done. I'm talking about the parents or the dad that's buying him a Benz when he gets the child support from the mom. The parents that are really parenting and trying to, raise kids that can assimilate into society and add to society and not take away from it.
No, you're right. I'm gonna make this I'm gonna simplify this, and y'all gonna get mad at me. A lot of this has to do on the choices we make with the people we sleep with.
Facts.
Like I'm just gonna tell you, and I know mistakes happen. People, I am not holier than thou. I understand that sometimes a situation can go someplace that you didn't know it was gonna go. I've never taken the other parent to court. The court OAG keeps record. Okay. Yep. Sometimes we gotta inhale the fact that we done chose the wrong person to be sleeping with and not wearing a condom with and trying to play DJ pullout. And now if it's a one night thing and like, I get it, mistakes happen, and no child is a mistake. Every child is a blessing. Yes. You also can know the fact that some parents are just garbage. Yeah. Facts. Mm-hmm. Every child that is put on this earth is a blessing. Mm-hmm. Every one. But the person that you may have had that child with may not be a blessing. Now, if you're in a relationship with somebody for a minute and you haven't asked the questions or dig deep into their past, or if the person already has kids, but you don't ever hear that person talking about seeing the kids, or you don't ever hear that person bringing up the kids in conversation, and y'all been dating for a few weeks or a few months now, like, just to put it out there, I have talked and raved about my kids and raved about my daughters to Shawty Scott to the point it's ridiculous. Shawty Scott texted me and called me about the basketball games that their girls were at. I would be weird if Shawty Scott had never brings up her kids. That would be a little weird to me. Good morning, Trendsetter.
What's up, Trend?
So sometimes you got, like, if a person has kids, you can look and see how they're dealing with the kids that they have. Mm-hmm. Now, if the person doesn't have kids, that's when it gets a little tricky. That's when it gets a little tricky, because when you're the first kid that this person has, you don't know how this person's going to wild out. Like, even if they tell you what you want to hear when you're talking in conversations, you don't even know how a person's going to act to a child that's actually on this earth. But you got to do the best you can to figure it out. Like, you got to figure it out through other ways. You got to see if that person is responsible with their money when you out, is responsible on how they live in their life. You got to find out how does this person get to work late every day? Do they get to work late every day? And you're like, you get to work. Wow, that's a little irresponsible.
Yeah. Or like this person is saying, if they got 4 kids and he don't take care of them, don't expect them to do. And that is so true. And
don't expect him to be your baby father. Don't expect him to do
it. Whatever you watched him go through with his kids and his first baby mama or ex-wife, whatever, they're gonna do the same thing.
Like, you gotta watch. You gotta watch yourself. If you date a girl who got kids and the oldest is 10, and she decides that the oldest is old enough to take care of the kids while she hangs out with you till 5 o'clock in the morning, you gotta ask yourself, wait, what if that 10-year-old, one of them kids were mine, and she was watching the 5-year-old, the 10-year-old's watching the 5-year-old, the 3-year-old, mm-hmm. and she out with you popping bottles and shaking her ass, and sometimes y'all don't even go home. Now, you having a good time, but you need to put that in your mental, in your memory, and write that down and be like, okay, yeah, yep, yes, it is. Seems like there's going to be a Trojan night tonight. You don't want to be part of that situation. I'm just trying to warn y'all. Just trying. Hey, and it's not a perfect. I'm just saying. At least be aware. At least when it happens, at least you can tell yourself, well, he was just or she was just a good actor or actress. So there was no way for me to know that this person. But if you already see the irresponsible situation in front of your face, if you're a woman and you already paying for the dinners, and I'm sorry, I know this is old school, but if you're a woman and you're paying for him, if you're already paying for him and he's already borrowing money from you, he's asking you for, yo, you got $20 real quick? I'll pay you back when I get paid. And let's say you give him the $20. Let's say you give him the $20. And when he gets paid, he brings that, or he cash apps you that $20. Hey, see some responsibility there. The man really needed this one. But 9 out of 10 times, you ain't gonna see that $20. When they say I pay you when I get it. If you don't bring it up, they ain't saying, because once you bring it up, they're like, dog, why you sweating me for $20? Bitch, why was you sweating me for $20? Like, why were you that?
He could have asked his homeboy for that.
Yeah, and vice versa, homie. If the woman's already asking you,
ask for that, but I will say if I need some money like that, I will ask my homegirl before I ask the dude. I'll be like, girl, this is the deal. If the dude figure out that is going on and he offered, then I'll be like, okay.
Like I have offered to buy people things. Like I will offer. But if we at the mall or something and a woman looks at you and says, oh, I really like those shoes. I really like those shoes. And I'm like, yeah, I really like them too. Once you start, you gotta pick up on the you gotta pick up on the clues, man. You gotta pick up on what it is.
Oh, I really like them too.
I really like them too. You should get, and you're like, you should get them. You should get them. They would really look nice on you. Your ankles would look amazing in those. You should go get those right there. But you gotta pick up on it, yo. Like you gotta pick up on it. It's just, but people are so desperate.
But that's true though.
People are so desperate to be in relationships. People are so desperate to really be able to bring somebody home to their parents and really be able to show their family off, show somebody off at the barbecue or show somebody off at the family. They so desperate. I'm talking about both sides are so desperate. And guys are the worst because they're guys who are desperate to be in relationships only so they can show off that they're in a relationship because they still cheating. I don't get y'all. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Like, please tell me. And I guess women do it too. Bring somebody to the barbecue and still got a side dude. Unbelievable. Y'all so desperate. Duh. You better get comfortable in being by yourself. And then when you finally meet somebody, it'll be a great thing.
Yeah.
It'll be a great casual thing. I don't know how we got onto that from child support, but damn it. I don't know.
I am tripping that Jay Black ain't nothing. He ain't said good morning. How y'all doing? He ain't checked in. Wow, Jay Black.
I don't know why he lets these damn football games affect him like this, honestly.
God,
and I hope he's not sick or anything, but I got a funny feeling he just didn't want to come up here because he's still in a bad mood because of the game last night. Because they did, like, to be fair, there's no segue. Now we went from relationships, child support to Jay Black. No segue. Okay. The Eagles got some bad calls, but the Eagles did some dumb stuff last night. They look good side eye.
Sure do. Like at the mall.
Yeah, at the mall. They look good. Them shoes look good, girl.
These look good. Mike, you like.
And the funny thing is,
Mike, you like this purse? Ain't this cute?
The funny thing is, especially when I was doing the radio thing and money was just coming in and it was just flying all over the place and I was making comedy money. I might buy you the shoes and you'll never hear from me again. That's my parting gift. That'd be my parting gift. I'm
like, would buy the chick something and then never talk to her again?
Yep.
Why?
Because I already know what you about. So I'm gonna say, take this parting gift. You little gold digger hood rat. Take this parting gift.
That ain't how you would give it to him. How would you give it to him?
No, I would say, you sure you want those? But she don't know. She don't know. I mean, and you sure you want those, right? She wouldn't know what I meant by you sure you want those. I would give her like 3 times. I'm like, you sure you want those? You need those. I'm like, you sure you need those? And she be like, I really, yeah. I was like, and you need me to pay for them. That's what you're saying?
Well, I want you to buy them for me if you can, if you're willing to.
I'm just gonna ask you one more time. You sure you need me to pay for them?
Well, I don't need you to pay for them, but if you're gonna buy them for me, I'll take them. Oh, I'm not doing it right. Yeah, I need you to pay for them for me.
No. I'm like, okay. I get them. I'm telling you, here, I brought you some shoes. Now walk your ass out my life. Yes, I'm vindictive like this. I'm super petty. This is my parting gift. And we're gonna be intimate one more time.
After you give her the shoes?
Yep, we're gonna go straight. I'm gonna say, after we get the shoes, right? I'm gonna go, let's go to the spot. And they're gonna be like, okay, because she's gonna be giddy. At that point, the shoes, some of these little hood rats, she gonna be giddy. You got her the shoes. And then when it goes down and an intimacy pops off and all that other stuff, then I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna give her a good hug, and I'm like, I'll talk to you, either I'll drive you home, then I'll talk to you later, and then your number's blocked.
That's cold-blooded, Mike.
Then your number's blocked. Because now you've already, I don't mind somebody being with you because they know who you are. I don't mind it. Jay Black will tell you if he was on here and wasn't in his bag of feelings about the Eagles. Jay Black would be like, she's just trying to talk to you because you're on the radio. I'll be like, yup, sure do. I'm cool with that. But once you start, I'm telling you, that's the parting gift. I'm good.
Well, but why even buy the shoes? Why?
I don't know. Cause I need you to be happy, so then I can make you sad. I need to take you here, and then tomorrow you'll be like, yo, he really cut me off. Well, enjoy the shoes.
That's cold-blooded. And then you gonna go sleep with her too?
Yeah, exactly. I need paybacks. I need a little payback for that $300 I just spent.
But what if she felt like, okay, this is taking our relationship to the next level, and now she has some plans for other stuff that she wants to do for you. So now you done missed out.
Getting some shoes don't take nothing to the next level. That's like a man telling you, yo, we should have a threesome because I think it'll bring us closer. Man, if you don't shut your ass up.
That's not the same as buying shoes.
Oh, it is for a man. Shoot, that is for a man. Trust me. I've conjured up many reasons why a threesome would be healthy for a relationship. I've Dr. Phil that thing so crazy. I'm like, look, we should experience things together as a team. Easy. Here comes Easy. Wait a second.
Yeah, you gonna come through here? I don't even.
All right, y'all.
I gotta go through these things.
I appreciate everybody. Nyla, what up, girl? Good morning. We about to wrap the show up. You gotta get on here early. I hope everything's good. I'm a DM me. I'm gonna DM you. See how you been health wise. I hope everything's been good. All right, I'm cutting it off on IG Live. How many? Oh, we had 145 on IG Live came through. Rodney Perry's up next. Shout to Uncle Rodney. Rodney is stupid. I do a sports podcast.
When I catch you, bro, it's gonna be on, fam. You don't know what a crackpot is, fam. I'm not no crack baby, bro. Check this out. I'm going DEFCON 3 on you, bro. When I see you, Michael Rappaport, you better have your security with you, fam. Don't you ever go to Chicago. Don't ever go to Malibu.
That is so funny. That is so funny by mistake. Uncle Rodney's funny as hell on the sports podcast. He be saying his comments don't even be about sports. Anyway, love me for who I am, not who you want me to be. Rodney Perry up next. Because I can never be that and understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So please enjoy every minute, every second. And you fight for everything in life. You fight for child support. You fight for somebody to buy you shoes. Fight for your happiness and never let anybody take that from you. It's Michael Shawn and Shawnee Scott. That's all it is. It's Michael Shawn and Shawnee Scott. That's all you need. Tomorrow, we hope to have Jay Black back from morning. Sexy Mo, actually, she had a valid tap out. Sexy Mo's got a lot of work in her real job. So she'll be back tomorrow. Other than that, we will see y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all for everybody who keeps supporting us. And don't forget, if you want your own podcast and you want to be on this platform, which is everywhere from TV to Facebook to YouTube to Twitch to everything, Go to ShawneeScott.com, ShawneeScott.com, or DM Shawnee Scott on air. All right, that's it, y'all. Goodbye. Yeah.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never